Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here, Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. You know it's not cute not knowing, and we got some scoop today. Come on in here and get this hug. Thanks so much for joining me. Yesterday we told you about Arthur Pooch from Tavares, who died. He was 80 years old. Second of the brothers. Tavares was the singing group back in the 70s. It Only Takes a Minute Girl. Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel. Don't Take Away the Music. Penny for Your Thoughts. She's Gone. They had hits. Well, a little background on Pooch of Tavares. Like I said, 80 years old. 10 years ago, he suffered a massive stroke, which caused him to retire from the group. But he always kept in touch with fans. He overcame that. But he passed away. They say he was battling ALS, which is a really rough disease. But we remember him. Tavares, what a group. Arthur Pooch Tavares. He was 80. Ashanti's having a baby. So happy about this. I got to tell you, I interviewed her and I said, no more Ashanti jokes. Wonderful lady. And I love the happiness between her and Nelly. At 43, Ashanti is expecting her first child. Nelly's about 48. He has two older children from a previous relation. When I say older, I mean over 25. And when his sister died, he took and raised her children. I love seeing them together because back when they dated, like 19 years ago in 2003, Nelly never seemed happy, and she seemed to be the one, like, really, really in love. And he was just still playing. They broke up, but then, during the pandemic, they reunited. I'm going to tell you why I'm happy, because they said she's always wanted to be a mom and to be married. I could never understand why a woman that gorgeous would have these kind of problems. You know, with the men's, all the terrible stuff with Irv Gotti and him running his damn mouth. I love Ashanti and Nelly together. And he's smiling all the time now. Now, he did get his teeth done, but he's smiling all the time now. And they're engaged to be married, and wish them nothing but success. It's going to be a huge summer for Nelly, because in addition to becoming a father again, he's going on tour with Janet Jackson. Yes, you know, Janet got tour dates laid out forever, but Nelly is going to be the opening act. But congratulations, Ashanti and Nelly. It's a baby. It's an engagement. Woo! And I am here for it all. Dr. Jen Ashton, another great interview that I did years ago. She's the medical doctor on Good Morning America 3. I love how she gives you your medical information without talking in circles or talking over your head. She's leaving GMA 3 to focus on the newsletter to help women through life and helping people understand when medical crises and things like this come about. But Dr. Jen Ashton, GMA 3, she'll be leaving by the end of the year. Yesterday, someone asked me about Puffy, and they said, well, what's going on? It's so quiet. Investigators cannot show their hand. I think that's one of the things. He will be arrested for something. Those freak-offs, and he taped everything in his home. I think there are a lot of surprising things on those tapes. I think there are things that we don't want to know. Who was there? Who was doing this? Who was doing that? He seemed to obsessed with taping, but I also think he did it to protect himself if he ever got in trouble. There's a lot of damning evidence, but I don't think they're going to get him on the tapes. I will forever ask, what happened to Kim Porter? Why is Justin Bieber like the way he is? Didn't any of you remember when he was a young kid and he came out? Now it just seems like he is so troubled. Shine, the rapper, who was supposed to be the next big thing, but then in 1999, when Puffy was dating Jennifer Lopez, there was that shooting in the club. Had a gun, get in the club. Was Jennifer Lopez carrying a gun because they wouldn't pat her down? Because, you know, everybody's supposed to be patted down to make sure you're not bringing guns. For some A shooting occurred. Shooting broke out. And the woman who was shot in the face said, "It was Puffy who shot me, not Shine." Shine took the rap and went to jail for a few years. Now he's the head of the opposition leader down in Belize, where he's from. But he was supposed to be the next big thing. He took the rap. And he all but says it in a new interview. He said, "I only want to talk about it," but he knows he took the rap to save Puffy. And a lot more people are finding out that it was Puffy who shot the woman in the face. You know, he still could be brought up on weapons, bribery charges, and J-Lo could get in trouble too for carrying the gun. Child, she will forever regret dating that man. You can get in trouble for lying to authorities about what happened. And I think they're going to look further into this case. I think investigators are looking to see, because Puffy ain't going down by himself. And I think that's why he held all them tapes. There's a lot of incriminating evidence and people that we're all aware of. And they're probably like, "I can't believe we went to his house and he was taping us." Taped everything. His reckoning will come. Remember, it took R. Kelly a while. Took him a while, and R. Kelly was walking around like, "Can't nobody touch me." Well, the minute you start walking around like, "Can't nobody touch me," somebody touches you. Investigators never show their hand. So it's quiet for now. But that day of reckoning is going to come. Time magazine, they listed their 100 most influential people. 2 guys from Philly made the list. Coleman Domingo and Tony Award-winning actor Leslie Odom Jr. You had Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs, the quarterback. You had Fantasia. You had the African star Burna Boy. You had Taraji P. Henson. They all made the list. I can't wait to see the full list, because I can't believe Taylor Swift has got to be on there, as well as Travis Kelce. They got to be on that list, but a little glimpse of who's on there. Rapper GloRilla. I have to say it real slow, because I remember the first time I mentioned her name, and Toya was like, "No, Patty, that's not her name." I thought it was Gorilla. Not that she looked like a gorilla, but she's an attractive girl. But GloRilla, down south, drinking, smoking weed, all in the car. When you make one little traffic violation, woo, like say you don't turn on turn signal if you're going to turn and go right. They arrested her down in Georgia. They're not playing. Alcohol there, the weed there. She's under the influence. She gets out the car and a boob popped out. It's probably because it's a new boob and she don't know how to like cover it up or make it, stay in place. But GloRilla, girl, stop. No drinking. Especially down south. Rapper Jeezy. I love Jeezy. He wants to clarify what he meant about the custody of his child. He wants equal time. He says not that he wants full time, but since this divorce and all this stuff going down with Jeannie Mai, he doesn't get to see her. He just wants equal time to see his daughter. And singer Brian McKnight proves that he really is an ass. He made a post talking about, when God removes you, he, levels you up. He wants to get rid of all the evil forces around you. He was talking about his children from the first wife. Brian McKnight. Oh my gosh. If you having problems with your kids, you don't like your older kids, keep that off of social media. You post in this video and you are just showing people, you may think that I'm living my truth. I don't nobody want to see that truth, Brian. You don't like your first children by your first wife, then go on, keep it off of social media. But referring to them, it seemed like it was an awful breakup with his older children, but to not acknowledge them and just treat them like they're nothing and call them evil beings. Brian, what's wrong with you? I see things, and maybe because I have interviewed him a ton of times, and Brian always had a little way about him. I know one time there was a concert in Atlantic City I was hosting, and he wanted to go on last after New Edition. Mistake! Nobody goes after Frankie Beverly, and don't nobody go on after New Edition, because they have cleaned the house, and Brian come on there singing them damn slow songs. I don't know what's into him, but this ain't the way you deal with a bad situation. Keep it off of social media. It's the same when people put all their business on social media. It don't belong on social media. Go and get a therapist. Go and sit in the corner and pray. But you don't put it on where? Social media. It's not something that you do. Subscribe to the channel. When the notification button hits, you'll know that we're here. It's curls, it's scoop, it's big hair, it's some wisdom, sometimes it's some advice. It's just like a little bit of everything. Leave a comment. I do want to hear from you. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. The weekend edition, y'all know it hits early on Friday, and David A. Gaines puts it together, so check that out as well. It's our cute not knowing. And now you know. Thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.